So basically these axonometric questions can be done using a front and a side view or a front and a top view. Now we haven't really looked at using the front and the top view yet, so I'm going to just pick this shape here. So the front view we know, which is basically 100 is 95, sorry, from left to right, so it goes 40 and 25 and 30, which is 95. Then I'll just throw on a few verticals here now. So the right hand side of it goes up 30, and horizontally across drops down to a height of 18. So height of 18 there. And the left hand side of it then is a height of 64. So that's our front view there. Done. Now I'll just try and heavy in these lines a bit more there to see them. So there's our front view here like this. Now the top view, okay, so it's like looking into the corner of a room where you have two walls here. So again, I'm using the measurements are going to be the same, so it's going to be 95 down like that. The thickness of it is 55, so 55 here. And now the top view is at a 45-degree angle here. Those angles are 45-degree angle. So and that I said there was 95 of a distance. So I just put in. Now looking down on top of that, you're going to see 3 rectangles more or less, and there's going to be like 40, 25 and 30 coming from the measurements there. So 40, 25, and then we should be left with 30 there, which is perfect. So I'll just square them out there with the 45 degrees. That's square. So now normally I'd use colors on these, but look, I'll just say like that's the top height, that's the bottom height, and here's the middle height. So that's the top, middle, yeah, when I say middle now, and that's the bottom height. And again, it's all projecting, but you want to start from the front corner just. So I want to bring up here the front corner, and they're still coming down then at 30 degrees, same as the last time. So this here is my front surface here. And again, once you get the first 1 or 2 surfaces drawn, the rest of it is, you know, easy enough then, because it just takes shape. So 30 degrees, that square here, that's the footprint on the ground done. All the heights have to be projected, so you can't do any measurements on it because it's smaller than the real size. So there's the top surface there, coming down to here. So that's going back. as far as that's my middle height here. So that's the middle height. As I said, colors work better now. Then it drops down as far as here. Goes in as far as there. So I'll heavy this in now so we can see it a little bit better. And goes back up then. That goes back up. Now I could bring it down from here, but I already had it anyway from the top left hand corner out here, just to bring along at a 30-degree angle from there. Like so, I kind of had that height anyway. So that's the top. That's the middle section, and once I heavy it in there, you'll see the bottom parts of this as well. So top comes down to here. And finally there then, just that last bit there, it kind of just goes over and disappears. So you just have to get the 30-degree set square. And we don't bother with hidden detail on this, so it just goes over until it disappears. And if I was to put a few colours on that, it would probably help us to see it a bit. 1 or 2 colours anyway. So like if I decided that that top was blue, that would be there, and that would have been coming from up here. And if I decided that the bottom then was yellow, bottom height or the lowest height was yellow, which would have been here. So they're all projecting up. So that was the one that you can't see all of it. And finally there, then I'll just throw one last colour on this. So let's say the middle height there was pink. So that would have been from here to there. And you can see them coming down and up to give you this section here. Now what I just looking at that there, I need to heavy in just a few more lines there to make sure you can see them. Now what I always like to do with these then is just heavy in. See, it's like looking into the corner of a room where that's a wall. Here's the other wall, and this would be the floor. I'll just and if I was to heavy in all of the object, it would probably come out a bit better, but hopefully you can see it there like that anyway. So instead of doing a front view and a side view, you are doing a front view and a top view and projecting up, but other than that it's the exact same.